Well, hello there, my Aquarian collective sun, moon, rising sign. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this full moon in Taurus to the new moon in Sagittarius going on this month. I got the dates written down. The full moon is on the 12th. The new moon is on the 26th. Goes from a Tuesday to a Tuesday. That's actually, I think, relatively rare. So if you are new to my channel, I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mel for short, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions, professional witch, professional intuitive, and professional witch, professional intuitive means how I make my living, right? Anything you get paid for. You're a professional. Cool. To my subscribers, thank you for returning and subscribing. And for the newbies, please do like, share, and subscribe. I'm shooting for that 1,000 and above because, you know, my channel's been here for about 3 years, but it's really all the beginning stuff in my catalog is me teaching, right? Because I'm a spiritual teacher first and foremost, but I've been reading cards since I'm 12, I'm 51. So that super live chat I really want to do. It looks like a lot of fun. I've been watching a bunch of them, and the interaction's great because I've been taking clients face to face for over 30 years. So this is new for me, but the creativity of doing these videos, I'm really loving it. So thank you so much for your likes, shares, subscribes, hit the notification bell, and by all means, you know, people are starting to comment. Go ahead. This is what I do for a living. It's not like I have kids to send to college. I have cats. I have 3 boys who are really, really delightful. So you comment, I will comment back, right? You know, it's if you have a question, but if you want to, you know, a reading, that's in the description box below. Cool. There's a lot of cool shit in my description box. Go have a look. So this is a general read. I know, like, every reader has to say this. This is a general read. Not everything's going to resonate for everybody. I mean, if you're a reader, you know when you're doing a zodiacal collective, you're tuning into the quantum threads and timelines of thousands and thousands of people. So that's why I always do sun, moon, rising, right? For a love read, a relationship read, I'll throw in Venus signs. For Mercury retrograde, I did Mercury, right? Like those Samhain Mercury retrograde reads. And we're still in Mercury retrograde till the 20th. So you might want to go have a look at your Samhain, S-A-M-H-A-I-N, Mercury retrograde read. What else? Oh yeah, breathe. Remember to breathe. Not just because you're an air sign, but I have been learning. I mean, I did rebirthing back in the 80s. Look up that. Rebirthing, breath work, right? I chanted with breath, you know, the whole 9 yards. I did Sufi stuff. But just of the past week or so, it's been like the breath is the only thing that is constant in our lives. So when we make it our friend, right, we make it our companion along the way, we realize that that is the life force, right, that we're inhaling everything we need for the now and exhaling everything that's ready to go, and we don't inhale everything all at once, and we don't exhale everything all at once, right? So let's get into this gig. We're gonna pull 1 card from 7 decks, my standard. I'm really saving the larger spreads for the soulmate reads. Oh, it's 11/11, the soulmate reads, and the twin flame reads. How's that for synchronicity? For your aqua lung, your aquarium, your water bearer brain, huh? Cool, cool. All right, Synchronicity, great album by The Police. So let's do this. We're going to start with Caroline May's archetype card. All the decks that I read are in the description box at the bottom. I have all of them that I read, but not every, you know, I don't change it for every single reading. It's just so that you can have a look-see. That's why I named them. Cool, cool. I think that's about it. Oh, what do I need read? This is not Where Am I on the Path of True Love. Those are the Path of True Love readings I do every month. This is not What's Going On in My Soulmate Relationships. Those are the soulmate readings. This is not What's Going On with My Twin Flame. And boy, it's not what you think, usually. Those are the Twin Flame readings. This is about what do you need. And we think we know what we need. Sometimes we're right, sometimes we're wrong. This is going directly to the divine through a divination system, 7 in particular, to ask, well, what do I need? What do I need? What do I need? What do I need? Cool, cool. What do I need to look at? What do I need to study? What do I need to heal? Etc. You get it? Cool. Sorry. My cards were not symmetrically. Ready? Let's do this. Take a deep breath. Here we go. My collective pantheons of angels, gods, goddesses, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, one card to represent this Aquarian Sun, Moon, Rising sign for this full moon to new moon next for November 2019. What is the dominant archetype? The dominant soul power that they will be dealing with either in themselves or another person, or maybe in general, that they can alchemize from lead to gold, or use it to alchemize from lead to gold. Ooh, the gossip. Now, the gossip archetype I am familiar with in its shadow and in its light. I don't gossip. I refuse to. Now, look, celebrity gossip and stuff like that, I'll listen to it, but, you know, I'll watch it. I'll be like, oh, figures, right? It's fun being a professional intuitive watching TV. Like in the news and stuff. It's like, right? The gossip that goes around. But the light side of the gossip, right? The golden gossip is so magnificent and so healing. So let's do this. Every archetype is lead and gold, shadow and light. We start with the lead, right? Let's get the bad news out of the way. This is what you're dealing with, again, either in yourself or within someone else, right? So what do you need? You need to look at gossip in your life. Shadow attribute thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. So that's like a big part 1 and a big part 2, right? That there is a power that when a secret, something sacred perhaps, between you and another, or you know, vice versa, however that is, the power that they get, it's sharing it. It's narcissistic, it's toxic. It's because deep down inside there is a lack of self-worth, or a lack of, or feeling disempowered or powerless. So it's like, well, yeah, well then I'm going to do this, right? And betraying confidences. Confidentiality is key, right? What you choose to share, you choose to share. But when I have that conversation with somebody, certain conversations, I take a vow and I make them take a vow, or I don't have the conversation. And the vow is something along the lines of, do you vow by the gods that created you to keep this conversation in total confidentiality? Vows involve the gods. Vows involves your spirit. Oh, so what's the light side of that, right? Light attribute awakens considerations for the feelings of others, honoring trust. Now look, narcissism is a big topic right now. So narcissists, whether they are overt, covert, active, passive, malignant, there are all these different, it's like a pantheon of narcissists, and none of them are looking at each other, right? Maybe I'll be blaming each other, right? So that thing of empathy, right, awakens consideration for the feelings of others. It's like, if I gossip this, if I pass this along, if I break this confidence, I'm doing it because I'm not considering the feelings of the other, right? And honoring trust. It's like, if you're going to break trust, is the hardest damn thing to re-establish, right? That's why it's so important that if you've given your confidence to somebody and they broke it, trust is broken, right? But necessary. Everything that's happening to us is happening for us to learn, to heal, to grow, to evolve, and to become the best that we can be and fulfill our role in the divine plan, which means that this gossip part is part of the divine plan, right? Like the 12 labors of Heracles, that's the original Greek. Hercules is the Roman, right? He had to bow and surrender, right? He had to bow or kneel, right? So there's something here, waning moon, about, you know, kind of giving some of this up, alchemy, and really lead and gold. Lead has 3 more atoms than gold, so something has to be let go of. So let's ask the angels about this. Is a very powerful thing. Like, I just stopped gossiping, oh my God, a while ago, like decades ago, particularly because I'm a spiritual counselor. And once I did that, once I really got that confidentiality, the right of confession is a confidentiality thing. But if someone's confessing to this one, and 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 this one, that's gossip, right? So watch your vows, right? Watch your honor code. Cool. Let's ask the angels about this, please. My angels, one card to clarify this gossip archetype, because that archetype in these readings is like the dominant main energy, right? So my angels, please clarify this gossip archetype for this Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising sign for this full moon to new moon next. Please, what say you, my angels, about this Aquarian dealing with gossip? Self-acceptance. So if you are a gossip, lifelong, reason, season, lifetime, Start with just accepting that. What do you need? You need to accept that. You know, you know what? I accept it. The ego, the child in me, the wounds in me get a thrill, get a false sense of power, but a feeling of power when I break a confidence, right? Shadow, 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 shadow. But also self-acceptance, you know, then of, you know what? I am going to accept within myself that I really do want to honor this. I do really want to be able to trust. And if I'm not being trustworthy, or if this person is not trustworthy, I have to accept that I did this and it's okay. This is a learning curve. It was scripted in the quantum divine plan. This is something I contracted to do, to learn to deal with this, and it's okay. So I'm going to honor the trust in myself, and I'm going to honor myself not to share confidentiality, right? Confidential materials with those that I sense I cannot trust. Kicks ass. Let's ask the goddesses. Daughters of the Moon Tarot, by the way, this is Healing with the Angels Oracle. I may forget to say a deck, but that's why I put it all down there. I just do try, right? We're all in this together. Against fifth dimensional unity consciousness. You're shooting for the fifth dimension. I don't think there's much gossip in the fifth dimension. There may very well be extended telepathy, which might just undo the whole fucking need for it, right? Because Lord knows I'm telepathic. I don't even gotta try, let alone empathic. My third eye, whew, like a fucking radar dish, transmitter receiver. Okay, breathe. My goddesses. Now the goddess that sits in the throne of Aquarius for me is Athena, and the god is Heracles. Not every throne is a dual throne for me, but this one is, right? It's like two lines. So Athena and Heracles. So remember the 12 labors of Heracles. My goddess, please. Great Athena, or any of the goddesses that wish to contribute, please. One card in clarity for this Aquarius collective sun, moon, rising sign, dealing with the gossip archetype, either in general, with another, or within themselves. And the angels are talking about self-acceptance here, so my goddess, what say you? Oh, the Ten of Blades. Now, what I love about the Ten of Blades in this deck, the Daughters of the Moon, is it's not being stabbed in the back, it's resolution. It's 10 blades, like 10 swords. It's resolution. It's like this is, there's communication. It's brought full circle. Something is resolved. Reconciled? Maybe, maybe not. But at least all the pieces of the puzzle are on the table. So, do you remember the talking stick? Nobody talks about the talking stick anymore. It's a Native American ceremony of some sacred object, usually a stick. In this deck, it's called the rattle, that gets passed around to every person in the meeting. And when the person has the rattle, the talking rattle, oh, I just got the RuPaul's Drag Race rattle. Shade. That only the person who has the rattle talks. Everybody else is present, is listening, doesn't say a fucking word until everyone has had their voice, and then resolution, hopefully. So that's what you need. There is a need for communication here, and that communication will come in, perhaps gossip about you or gossip you put out there comes full circle around to you. That's my heating system. I have central heat. It is cold, and it's not necessarily raining outside, so that's going to pop on and off. Usually what I do is I turn it off, but it's bitch cold this morning in here. I'm not used to it. I'm a Virgo. I'm a summer baby. Breathe. Let's ask the mythic tarot, the gods, the voice of the gods. Oh, Heracles. He's so hot. Oh, he's such a divine masculine. Woof. Surrendering, bowing, and kneeling his 12 labors to regain his divinity. Aren't we all? My gods, Heracles in particular, one card in clarity. I love you. For this Aquarian collective sun, moon, rising sign, for this full moon to new moon next, please, what do they need, considering we've got the gossip, self-acceptance, and the Ten of Blades, the rattle on the table? What's going on here? Ooh, the Queen of Swords. That's the Aquarian card. Now, this is not about your, divine masculine, divine feminine energy. I did that for the Path of True Love reads. This is really about you pulling back, taking the high ground, going to the stratosphere, getting the larger picture, and seeing the resolution. Seeing that if someone has been gossiping about you, you've got to accept within yourself, then this is what's going on. This is someone who cannot be trusted, and I accept it. Now, that doesn't mean you're okay with it. Accepting it means it's okay that I feel like I can't trust this person. It's okay that I can't trust this person. Maybe I am over-trusting. I accept that too. I don't have to like any of this. But what that feeling is inside of you, and I know I'm talking emotions, air sign, I apologize, but whatever that feeling is, whatever is rising inside of you, needs to be loved and embraced. But it can start with just simply as, wow, it's okay that we didn't know that was happening. If it could have gone any other way, it would have gone another way. And this isn't stupid. Watch out for the judgment. That's stupid. Not stupid. Nothing is stupid. Everything's here to help us learn, heal, grow, and evolve, and become the best that we can be, to be honorable, right? Our souls are honorable, our personalities, our egos, not so much, right? So of course there's something about honor and integrity here. So it's okay. Like, instead of saying, I accept, because you don't. You can say, it's okay. It's okay that I don't even want to accept that this happened. It's okay that I don't want to accept this person back into my life. But it's okay that I learned this lesson, and it's okay if it sucks. You don't have to like the divine plan. You don't have to like that everything is here to help you. But if you keep that in the corner of your vision, sort of like the MTV logo in the olden days, I know it's still there, right? It's just like, somehow this is all here to help me by pulling back, by your own Aquarian nature, sun, moon, or rising, to pull back into the stratosphere, perhaps go radio silent for a bit, and observe. You will see the larger spiritual point of view here that the gossip archetype in its light is giving you. Because I'm going to tell you something. If you alchemize this within yourself, people will just come and tell you the truth, right? The golden gossip in a counselor. See, that's why I'm a good spiritual counselor, because I know anything that happens in a session is under total confidentiality. I may change the name, the gender, whatever, for a book or for a teaching point. I have this client who, but no one will ever know who that person is. Got it? Huge. Great, big, huge. Really, really good. Let's ask the masters from the Chuck Spezzano Love Pack. Now, keep in mind, half the deck is the suit of problems, which is necessary, and really, with the gossip going on, wouldn't be shocked. The other half of the deck is a combination of the luck deck, the grace deck, and the healing deck, I should say, suits, right? So this is from the Ascended Masters, those who have already played the game, graduated PhDs, right? They've all got their master degrees in humanity, not the humanities, but humanity. The humanities. I love manatees. Sea cow. Sea cow. Bear left, right frog. Here we go. Please, my Ascended Masters, one card in clarity for this Aquarian collective. Sun, Moon, Rising Sun. Wow, for this new moon to full moon next. What do they need considering the gossip, self-acceptance, Ten of Blades, Queen of Swords? What say you? Please add your wisdom, your guidance, your grace to the mix. Fantasy. 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 Now, that's why when I hear the word fantastic, I was raised by a teacher. Is it a shock I'm a teacher? My mom, Hera, as I call her, there she is behind me, right there. You know, she's a teacher. She's retired. They moved up to Saratoga. Now Zeus and Hera live in a castle on a fucking mountain. It's just the way it is. And what is she doing? She's teaching, right? She went back for continuing education because we're all wicked smart in my family. We're all a little voracious for info. But now she's teaching, right? So it's just within all of us. So when I hear the word fantastic, keep an eye on the word fantasy, the root of the word. So what's going on here? This gossip that's going on, it's not true, right? I've always said, with the secrets I know, the people I could destroy just with the truth, right? That's why I'm not going to do that. And I'm not Wiccan. It's not about the Wiccan read and ye harm none, do what you will, but I adopt the Wiccan read because it keeps me honorable, right? And once you know the quantum, once you get that we are shifting timelines, in the quantum game of planet Earth, sometimes with every blink of our eyes, depending on what we're thinking, right? Element of air, choosing element of fire, feeling element of water, and through our actions and our conduct, element of earth. So this is a game that we're in, but there's something fantasy-oriented here. Now, in this card, the dude's hanging out on a hammock, the trees are bare, the land is barren, but in his mind, it's all just perfect, perfect. Now, if that's you, kind of, now look, it's different than visualization, right? Yeah, visualize, Tu Wong Fu, thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. But go and read Creative Visualization by Shakti Gawain, right? If you're really talking about manifesting, co-creating reality, there's a difference between fantasy and visualization. My sense of this is there are just some things going on here in the mental field. Something's off. You're not seeing it clearly, hence the need for this resolution and your own card, Aquarius, Queen of Swords, to pull back to the higher vibration, the higher, really pop up into the 5th dimension, get up in that 8th chakra, right? Pray yourself up there. Ask for intervention so that you can see that it's not just something is not as it appears, that there is some magical thinking here, and I don't mean with a K, right? I mean G-I-C-K, although that's creative visualization, that there's just something here that maybe the person gossiping you or the other has an idea about this that's not true. And remember, fantasy does not always have to feel good, right? It can be a nightmare fantasy. Everyone puts fantasy immediately in the dreamy, wonderful category. No, you can have toxic fantasies about what they're saying and what they're doing. So maybe this is not as bad as you think, but I still think with, more than I think, I'm feeling it here. With this card of self-acceptance and resolution, you're going to learn something about yourself. You're going to learn something about yourself here. And that maybe this is not the end of your reputation, or maybe you have not destroyed somebody's reputation. So look at best case, worst case scenarios. You're going to think about them for sure. But then if you can, listen to what your body is doing when you go to one or the other, either extreme or somewhere in between, that there is an aspect here that there is a fantasy involved. So our last card down, we're going to ask the higher selves of all involved, meaning you and anybody else in this situation, because you know there are a lot of people in this card. I mean, gossip between two people is just a fucking conversation, right? Keep it confidential, keep it secret, keep it safe. Gandalf. So let's get from the higher selves of all involved here. Breathe. Am I going to have to put a post-it under the camera that says breathe? I may. It's probably a really good idea. All right, I'll do that on my next break. Higher souls of all involved, please, one card in clarity for this Aquarian collective sun, moon, rising sign for this full moon to new moon next November 2019. A piece of your guidance and grace, a whisper of love for this Aquarian archetype, either as the gossip or dealing with the gossip archetype in their lives. The angels are talking about self-acceptance here, that it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's okay to feel this way. It's okay that you made this mistake. It's part of it. I love you. It's self-acceptance. I accept that I don't trust this person, or I don't trust myself to not gossip. It's all part of the healing, and that would certainly contribute to that. The goddess is talking about the 10 of blades, right? The resolution, and you know, that goddess energy, it's probably going to be more intuitive. But an intuitive intelligence, like emotional intelligence, it's like, oh, see, to me there's a difference between an aha moment and an aha moment and an oh moment, right? An aha is, oh, aha, oh, I get it, right? Oprah. But then there's that, oh, right? And that's what this feels like. This feels like the big oh. And hopefully not the story of oh, unless you're into that sort of thing. Last person who tried to dominate me didn't do too well, let's just say. All right, with that Queen of Swords from the gods, yourselves are like, you are too much. I know, that's why we're friends. I have a lot of Aquarian friends. My aquariums, I love you. 3 in particular that are in my life. You know, they say reason, season, lifetime. They are lifetime. So with that Queen of Swords, the gods are talking about here about really being true to yourself, right? Isn't that saying, like, here you got self-acceptance, and there's the card that represents your sign. So really just about self-acceptance is just like, no, I am going to be Queen of Swords about this. I will cut you the fuck out if I can't trust you. Bless you. You're doing it because you're feeling a shadow power there, being possessed by the shadow gossip because you're not feeling empowered. Otherwise you wouldn't do it. But maybe that's you too. And look, we've all gossiped. Look, come on. Come on, come on, come on. We may be born somewhat enlightened into these bodies, but we are conditioned quick, right? So we all do it. It's all forgivable. But this gossip is also not the cause of your unhappiness. Don't know what it is, but it can't be gossip. It's got to be something within. Not to blame. It may be a mystery forever what is the cause of our unhappiness, but it's never about anything going on in the outside world, because that's all here to help us get in touch with our unhappiness, right? Happiness is our natural state, but blame is what creates unhappiness. You go, you know what? I don't know. It's a fucking mystery, right? And it's a fantasy, right? There's a fantasy element going on here from the masters. So please, we've re-clarified all of that. Please, the higher selves have all involved one card of clarity for this Aquarian collective. Get to know each other. Did I give you that Virgo look? Yes, I did. Get to know each other. Learning to meet another's need for love is important for a relationship to grow. So look, you're being given what you need here is to get to know each other. Like, get to know each other in terms of a clear, honest, confidential conversation, right? Communication. But then there definitely needs to be boundaries. Confidentiality. You could say, if you're the one doing the gossip, you can say, look, I am so sorry that I broke that confidence, that I shared that secret, that I gossiped about you because I was not in a good place when I did it. Now I am aware of it. It's okay if you want to, unfriend me, block me, get rid of me. I am going to work on this. But then if you're the one who is being gossiped about, a confidence was broken, then, you can say, look, you're not the cause of my unhappiness and upset. I'll figure out what that is eventually because I'm working on myself. I am going to pull back. But I get it. I get it. Everybody does it to an extent. But none of this is real, right? This is everything that you're talking about here just isn't real. And, you can say karma is a bitch. Karma's not a bitch. Karma is a witch. It comes from wisdom, right? It's a learning. The karmic system is really about learning. It's not about punishment, reward. So as you get to know each other, this might be a situation because Aquarians are so damn humanitarian and friendly and verbal and mental that there could actually be a clearing of this fantasy where it could be like, now, are we cool? Are we good? I'm not going to gossip about you. And if you gossip about me, I'm not going to take it personally anymore, right? Because there's a deficit. You don't say this to them. This is what you know at this point. It's like, because there's a piece of shadow in there, a deficit of power, right? Not feeling powerful. So you use this to get over on people, but it will always bite them in the ass. Tired of having your ass bitten? You guess you like that sort of thing. Some do. So, oh my God, so just last run through, we got the gossip archetype with self-acceptance, right? That you're either accepting, that you're not going to trust, right? That trust has been violated, or that you violated trust, confidentiality, and you're not doing that anymore, and the emotions that are coming up. It's okay to feel this way. It's okay to feel this way. It's okay to feel this way. Though I do feel like you're going to find a lot of what you're feeling is not based in actual reality, but that's a good thing, right? That is a good thing. That air signs, look, I have Mercury conjunct Venus and Libra. My mind can do all sorts of stories going on when I don't know what's the tea, right? What is the truth about the situation? So of course, then we've got with that card of resolution, right, of seeing all the pieces of the puzzle. It sort of breaks the illusion of it, the fantasy of it. And as a result of you really being authentic to yourself, being honorably, being stand-up, being humanitarian, perhaps even being kind to the one who has gossiped about you, or who you have gossiped about, going with an apology and getting to know each other and getting that deeper down. There might be an opportunity for a friendship here. In fact, I can think of 1 or 2 friendships, not Aquarians, who before they knew me were gossiping about me and then got to know me and they were like, oh my God, you're absolutely nothing like I thought you were. Oh, isn't that what this is? That really feels that way. So, my Aquarians, may the Aquarian collective, sun, moon, rising signs be blessed with all that they need for this full moon to new moon next November 2019, that they may grow, that they may heal, that they may deal with this gossip, clear it from the field, alchemize it from lead to gold with self-acceptance, seeing all the pieces of the puzzle, being authentic to themselves, clearing the fantasy, and getting to know each other, that they may grow, heal, become the best that they can be, and fulfill their role in the divine plan for the well-being of all. And so it is. Please do like and subscribe. Wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this waning moon. Makes sense. Mercury retrograde in Scorpio will be going into Libra, so good luck with that. But for now, hail, farewell, and blessed be.